Hello everyone and welcome to League of Europe Division 2. This is round 5 of the championship. We're here in Barcelona. It's a sunny Barcelona. Uh, I will be your commentator for today. So I think you've probably gotten used to my voice. If you haven't, this is Robert. I'm the resident Division 2 commentator. Um, it's gonna be fairly difficult for me to do this by myself. It's the first time I ever did this on my own, so I'll have you bear with me today. I will need people to tell me how the stream is going and update me if I need to change anything or this sort of stuff. But anyways, we are here on time this week, not missing qualifying. Let's just see. Somali is the first one to complete a lap in this qualifying session. We have yellow flags in sector 3. I would guess some people going out the track to make way for the other drivers. Mali with a 124.2, and there we go. We have our first real lap. Tin Can 118.8 on the medium tires. I would say that's a really good lap for the mediums. We have Caesar completing his fast lap. Only a few corners to go. Some more yellow flags in sector 1. We have Intel and Old School, the Toro Rosso drivers, both in the 19s, in the 19.8 actually. So really close times for the two of them. Some more yellow flags. Looking on board with Caesar, going past the semi-hairpin of sector 3. Oh, and we have a spin. So Caesar just spun it around. No damage. Campbell 118.2. Everybody is out on the track except for Mali, who's actually retired in the pit lane. Jumping on board with Coco. He is on a fast lap. As Tamd has confirmed that the stream appears to be running fine. Well, let's hope it stays that way. For my sake, at least. I don't want to have to apologize to everybody again. Of course, I'm not doing this on purpose, but yeah. Anyways, Coco, just a couple more corners to go. Passes through the chicane swiftly. Now hard on the throttle. And yes, he doesn't want to show his pace for now. YHYY and Tigaby, the last people to complete their laps in this first stint of qualifying. YHYY taking a really nice line through here, really cautious, hard on the brakes. Seems to be going pretty well. We'll have to see where he comes up as far as his lap time, and he will enter the pits actually. Well, as we have Tigaby into the chicane. He seems to be going slow. I'll have to see what kind of lap time he pulls off. Right, just starting his lap. Good run into turn 2. Really pushing the car, going on a bit wide there into turn 4. Good line through here, really well kept. He is good at pushing that throttle as quickly as possible. Carcana's just saying good luck to Bag of Bones, who will be racing in Division 2 this week. Of course, he is a Division 3 driver. You've seen him race in Spain today already, so definitely good luck to him as Diggleby completes his lap, and it's a 1:18.3. That puts him up to 3rd. People coming out of the pits for their second stint. We have Evolution on track, letting somebody pass, I would guess. Yes, he does. He lets YHYY pass. I think Sarja could be on a lap. Going past Evolution there. Looked a bit too slow through the chicane as he goes up to 7th on 5-lap old medium tires. Not sure if that's a graphical error, but if that isn't the case, then I would say that's a really good time. Diggleby still pushing and goes fastest, 1:18.0. Diggleby hasn't come into the pits yet. He just loves this medium compound. It's hard to say who will get pole position here in Spain, because there's a lot of quick guys in Division 2, and from what we've seen in the past races here in League of Europe, it's that this division tends to be really unpredictable. There's not much I can say right now as far as who will get pole position is concerned. Let's see, who do we have? I think Evolution is just finishing his lap. And he moves up to 6th. That's a good enough improvement. Again, on 5-lap old tires, so these people are not entering the pits. Hey, Ghost Recon, I'm just gonna invite you into the party, and we'll have another commentator, apparently. As Wavians have left the session. Disconnected. Hopefully he can come back. Let's just quickly invite Ghost Recon in here, so I can have somebody to talk to in this race. Just bear with me. Yes, Bones is a filler in Division 2, and I think we'll probably see this in the next few races as well. Awesome. Let's just wait for our new commentator to join, and we'll pick up this qualifying session. Saja almost hits the wall, ruined his lap, and he just decides to wreck the speed limiter sign. Awesome.
About that.
So hey, what's up, Ghost Recon?
Hello. Nice to be a part of this.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. It's nice having somebody to talk to.
Is there a way to send an invite to the lobby or?
That's actually a good question. I can't seem to find a way to invite you. Maybe I'll just if somebody in Division 2 could actually help us with this, that would be cool. It would be nice for you to see what is happening. As Bag of Bones retires, I'm not sure if that was on track or in the pit lane. Nonetheless, what's been happening since I've been missing, Sterling West is currently fastest on the super soft tires with a 117.3. Tigabay is still in second with that time set on the medium tires.
Oh, okay. Alright, I have the invite, and so I'll have full coverage.
Awesome.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't confuse me as a driver.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. I
There's
mean, that's what happened in D3 anyways, with Wave.
Right. Well, if it does, I'll just pit it into the wall immediately.
Yeah, I'll just get disqualified. I guess that would be an easier way.
Either way works.
Yeah.
Just Max Verstappen through it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Tin Can doesn't really quite seem to be on a lap. Or maybe that's just his way of going through here. Just a bit of a slower approach.
I'm surprised to see the amounts of 119s on in this division.
I think people are just holding off for now. A bit of sandbagging here and there.
Sandbag. Of course, mostly in sectors 2 and 3, you do have to be careful with those soft compound tires, because if you put too much of a throttle, you'll end up spinning. So
Yeah,
I guess they're just trying to get a feel of it.
Yeah, I guess that could be true. But it's interesting to see that so far we have a lot of people on the softs, and I don't think there will be any others who choose to go on the super soft.
So
we have Sterling and Wave so far.
We might have people back in the grid might be doing 2 stops, but I could be wrong. This Tin Can probably going to be doing one more run on here.
Caesar and Army practicing for the race, just a little bit of a friendly battle on track. We are on board
I would like to
with
see
J.
Sterling
Cole.
try to get one more lap.
I think he will. He definitely has the time to do so. And if he... It will be pretty easy for him to get pole position. Since he's the only one with the super soft tires. So there's no reason for him not to try and set another lap. J. Cole, DRS open, heading into Sector 3. Wave Intel has retired.
Probably couldn't improve, so he'll probably just pit it for right now.
I think that is the case, yeah.
So, he be able to improve his lapping? Nope, he's just
Nope,
gonna
he
stick
does
to
not.
P2.
Evolution up into P3. Here we have J. Cole. Ooh. Clips the grass. And that's it for J. Cole. Ninth so far.
Tigabee, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Let's see if he can.
Oof, that's really wide through there. Slow through the chicane, so I think that's qualifying done for Tigabee as well. As he heads into the pit lane.
Oh no, he'll just go straight to the pits. That's it for him.
Caesar going really slow.
Yeah, he might be running on low fuel.
And he just creates his own version of the Spanish Grand Prix racetrack, heading into the pits as well. And that is qualifying done for round 5 of Division 2. So we have Sterling West starting in pole position on the Supersoft compound. At least that's what we see now, I think.
Oh, I didn't notice that Warby has P2. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, YHYY in P2. Campbell P3. We have Coco in 4th. That's a really good result for him. Tin Can in 5th. Evolution 6th. We'll just have to wait for the rest of the leaderboard to show. Tigabee in 7th, Old School in 8th, followed by Armitrix and Caesar. Then we have Sarja in 11th, J. Cole in 12th, Bree 13th, Bag of Bones, the guy we're basically rooting for since we're both from Division 3. Bag of Bones, yeah, in 14th, Wave in 15th, and Mali, who was the first one to retire, in 16th place. So we have only one driver on the Supersofts, and that is Sterling, the man starting on pole.
That will probably be a two. That is definitely going to be a two-stop.
Well, Morgan has said that the one stop is possible, so I guess we could believe him. And if the one stop is possible, then Sterling has
on the grid.
has a chance.
Let's see. As soon as we go lights out, I'll just pit myself into the wall because it registered me as a driver.
I guess the easiest thing to do is just reverse at the start, since I reckon you'll be starting last either way. So
Oh yeah.
the easiest way to get disqualified, and this race will go on as planned.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and just disqualify myself during formation. Hopefully the same trick works.
It would be good if that works, just to not impact the race in any way. Here we go. It's really sunny here in Barcelona, as we see a Rogue Force India into the wall. I don't think we'll have any rain today. Doesn't look like it.
There we go. Yeah, it's a clear sky. It might be just another repeat from Division 3,
which is not a bad thing. It's less good for the entertainment of our guests,
of course.
But I'm sure we'll see some good battles on track from these guys.
I believe it might be a close factor from the midfield, hopefully, but we'll probably have some couple of drivers pitting early for wing damage or melting tires, because this track you can be surprised how quickly you can melt your tires.
Yeah, that's That's always a possibility in Catalonia. And I think we'll see YHYY try to fight for the lead of this race at the start, and Sterling would not have an easy task trying to defend from the Alfa Romeo Sauber driver.
I
Here
would
we
like
have
to see how Bag of Bones will fare well with the for the rest of the grid.
well, Bag of Bones is I would say he's a pretty quick driver, and he's fairly clean as well. Didn't get involved in any incidents in Division 3, so if he stays out of trouble and just focuses on his race, I think he'll probably get some points here in Division 2. Right, so here we have the lights turning on for the Spanish Grand Prix in Division 2.
I don't have the delay, so... And it's lights out and away we go.
Sterling gets a good start. YHYY cannot possibly make a move into turn 1.
So far, so good.
J. Cole, something's happened back there. A lot of people seem to be losing places.
Tin Can going wide and came contact. Oh, Tin Can is just playing bumper cars at this point.
So Old School moves past Tin Can into 7th place. We have the Haas of Evolution missing that braking point. It was a fairly clean start to this Grand Prix. Coco is up into 3rd. YHYY is losing places. Doesn't seem to have any damage. Now he is in a battle with the Haas of Evolution.
Oh, J. Cole tried to go right on the inside of the Ferrari. Can he make it? Yes, not rough. Oh, they're still side by side. And I believe
Jacob will have the better run.
Yeah,
contact between Coco and YHYY.
Coco held it on very well. I was surprised. I thought it was going to have a wreck on there.
Really well held by Coco. What a move by J. Cole, who goes up into 3rd. J. Cole's had a really good start of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's been having an absolute flyer on this.
Bree and Sarja are having a battle for 11th place. Bree just squeezes Sarja out a little bit and moves up into 11th. Armitrix just came out of the pits. I assume he had some wing damage.
He had probably front wing damage, switched on to the medium compounds. Probably will go for a 2-stop.
Yeah, that's. I don't think he'll keep the mediums on for the rest of the race. Coco almost lost it, almost spun in front of YHYY, and that gives him a chance to come back on this main straight.
Old school just hunting down on the Evolution. Thought better of it, but decided to back off before the chicane.
YHYY is approaching the rear of Coco's car, and now they will be side by side into turn 1. Ooh, contact!
Little contact there. Loses two positions on there.
That will be something that I think the stewards might check after this race. No damage, fortunately, for any of the drivers, but
yeah, ooh, Tag Y going on the inside of the Tin Can, but didn't make the cut.
This battle for 4th is really heating up at the moment. We have a lot of people that are eager to hunt down Coco and take his place.
Yeah, In the midfield, we're having such a tight racing as I
Old
predicted.
School nearly
Break.
loses it as well. He basically
He
did
had
what Coco done last
Tin
lap.
Can had a really good reaction time, braking just in time before he had front wing damage.
This is a DRS train at the moment.
Ooh,
Sterling picks up a
3
3-second time penalty. He's the first one to get a penalty.
Ooh. SBL trying to get a position on a bag of buns, but he's holding the position very well with those medium. Ooh, loses his back end. Bag of Bones will hold that position. That was a really great defense from him.
So who do we have? We have J. Cole into third. He gets the best start of this Grand Prix. He started in 12th.
Biggest loser has to be Army Tricks. Had a good
It is.
position.
It is, yeah.
Wing damage. So the
It's
top
really-
5 we have right now are Sterling West, Campbell, J. Cole, Coco, and Evolution. If I say Evolution, I do apologize.
Well, I don't think anyone would mind that. As J. Cole puts in the chat that he actually chose the mediums, and the game put him on the super soft. That's not going rather badly for him. I think he'll have to be happy with the game's decision. Coco's going slowly on the main straight. Tries to cover up Tin
Ooh.
Can, doesn't manage to do
Tin Can
so.
taking 2 positions. Oh,
Old School
Old School.
hits the back of Tin Can.
Doesn't really look like he has much front wing damage.
He
So he
does not,
So he might.
I believe.
He might look. And Coco will lose yet another position. Oh, 2 positions.
And Bree is just
He-
right on,
He
on
might
his
have front wing
gearbox.
damage.
Let's just check. I don't think he has. We'll see. If Coco gets
Sir-
comes into the pits, then we'll
Sergey,
know for sure.
3-6 time penalty.
When Bree with the DRS open tries to get past Coco. Coco gets a really weird line through there, and as we see from Sarge's point of view, he gets overtaken by the Zauber of Bree.
This
Coco-
track has been the devil for DRS for all these divisions recently.
Here we go. Coco heads into the pits, hits the bollard on the entry. Not sure if out of anger or just as a mistake.
J. Cole is in the pits. Looks like he's going to be switching to the soft compounds.
So J. Cole on that two-stop strategy doesn't even try to pull that stint.
He has the pace, so I feel confident for him to finish in top 5 to make those 2 pit stops.
He definitely can, and since he had such a great start, I think that's a real advantage for him. Sterling, however, seems to try and potentially one stop on the mediums.
Oh, we got a yellow in sector 1.
Just looking at the battle for first, Campbell almost collects
Army Tricks probably
Sterling's car.
has lost it again.
It's really unfortunate for Army. Army tends to have the worst luck in Division 2. Now that I say that,
Just
both the Ferrari
just like me
drivers.
for Division 3.
Yeah. Well, you've had quite an interesting
Yeah,
race today,
Sterling with another 3-second time penalty.
and he will have a hard time defending
He'll
from
go
Campbell.
with the fastest lap. Oh,
Campbell on the outside
very
has to-
rough into there.
has to
Yeah,
pull away.
give it up. I think that's will be a smart move by him, because that's really a risky place to try to
Well,
overtake.
Sterling is really struggling with his tires, so Campbell doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to have to do anything. He just has to keep this
He's
clean
gonna have.
and try and
He
avoid
has to pit here
Sterling.
soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Sterling's car is just sliding through the corners.
The thing is, these two stops are more for pacing than endurance than anything.
Yeah,
So
but
if
Sterling has a real contestant uh, in J. Cole, since they will both be on the same strategy if he pits now. And he will have to pit at some point, as he does enter the pits right now.
Yep.
Armitrix has retired.
Oof.
On board with Coco to see if that happened on track.
Oh,
yes, it
looks
did.
Looks like he just pitted. I could be wrong. He might have just lost. It's not really a hard place to lose it.
No, he just. I think he definitely hit the wall.
SLB and, cutting the corner. Wonder what happened there.
Let's see where Sterling comes out of the pits. He'll be in front of Evolution and behind J. Cole. So J. Cole's strategy has worked wonderfully so far. He's managed to get in front of Sterling. Has a 4-second gap over him already. Tigabee is looking down the back of Tin Can. Tigabee wants that spot on the podium.
Okay, right now it's still a very tight podium positions. As Tigabee is hunting down Tin Can. Looks like he has a. Doesn't really look like he had a good exit from there.
And he does have the medium tires on. That won't really matter though, because the DRS is strong. And into the first corner goes Tigabee.
And
he is in
beautiful
third.
Move.
Tin Can didn't really try to defend.
Nah, if he would defend it, he would have lost a lot of time. So that was probably a smart move on his account.
He'll have to focus on his tires, because Tigabee, this is basically when when the mediums are just at their best, and they'll become even better in the laps to come.
He does last longer with those tires, so pretty much Tin Can will be losing his grip quicker.
As Tigabee will probably push as hard as he can to catch YHYY as quickly as possible. We have Campbell in first.
Oh, I didn't see Sterling with super softs yet again.
I
didn't really see that.
I think it might just be an error on your side, since he's on the medium tires for me.
Oh. Yeah.
I think the mediums will make more sense for him. YHYY made a mistake, gets a 3-second time penalty and loses a couple of tenths to Campbell. So he definitely cut a corner somewhere. Coco's race has not gone well at all.
No. So right now we have Sterling with a 6-second time penalty, Sergio with a 3-second penalty, and Coco with a 3-second penalty, and Wega, I probably pronounced that horribly, also has a 3-second time penalty. So fair amount on the top of the grid with time penalties.
Mali loses a bit of front wing. To the back of Bree.
What happened there?
Mali just really late on the brakes. Went into the back of the Sauber.
SLB was the biggest loser from that. Had to let all the traffic go by.
Oof.
taking the exit routes and
And he gets a 10-second
10
time
second
penalty
time
for that.
penalty.
He will not be happy about that, as he does retire
And
into the
he's
pit lane.
retired. I do
That's
not
really,
blame him for
really
that,
unfortunate for him.
though. It's quite unfortunate, but you really can't blame him though.
Well, you definitely can. And he did the right
Well,
thing. He came into the pits and retired as we should do.
So at least he,
YHYY
instead,
has come
instead
back.
of just retiring from the track.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we've said in a couple of the last podcasts and live streams, since it seemed to happen a lot in the first couple of rounds
I think
in this
the
championship.
issue really came, I believe, earlier in Mexico.
Yeah, but it's good for people to know that it's easy to come into the pit lane and retire there. YHYY with the DRS Open won't quite
Yeah.
be close enough to overtake Campbell.
Looks
He
like
will have
looks like
a
he
couple
does
of
have
chances. Bit of
he does
a
have the pit.
yeah, go on.
Oh, so I was just saying he does have the great pacing behind Campbell, and plus he does. I think he does have older tires than him, if I'm not correct.
No, they're both on 11 lap old soft tires, so they're the ones who that they've started on the grid with. But
And-
Campbell seems to not make any real mistake, whereas YHYY has struggled a little bit in the first sector, especially.
While Ventil with a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Forgot to mention it, so thanks for that. Wave and Old School are having their little teammate battle as Campbell pulls into the pits. We'll try and undercut on YHYY, so we'll have to come back to them and see how this.
Yeah, Old School goes in the pits.
So we still have
Back up.
YHYY,
Bones.
Tikaby, and Bree.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just looking at the people who haven't come into the pit lane yet. Bag of Bones is in 5th.
As I say, he's been keeping a pretty good pacing in this race, and also very, very durable with those medium compound tires.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before. Just if he keeps it clean, just goes around the track, basically has a casual Saturday night drive, and I think he'll get some points.
And say, yeah, quite boring race, but nonetheless, those are really points in the end.
And they're Division
And
2
that's all
points,
it
so
comes down to.
they count for more than
Exactly.
our points. But yeah, Campbell has come out in front of Sterling as well. So Sterling doesn't really have much of a chance
Right now.
at winning this Grand Prix. I think he has 9 seconds of penalties, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? I think he still has the 6 seconds. If I'm. Yeah, he looks like he just still has the 6 seconds. So
Alright, so that was
he'll be lucky enough to get a podium.
my bad, but it will be difficult for him to do so. Because J. Cole is in 5th, and he's basically the one that he'll have to worry about. I'm not sure. I mean, Sterling is probably attempting a one-stop, but I'm not sure if that will happen. Those medium tires might last uh, a few more laps than the softs, but not that much to get him to the end.
I have to say, I haven't really seen anyone aggressively racing, so those medium compounds will definitely live up to their life expectancy.
So YHYY has come out of the pits and is in front of Campbell. So he managed to do an overcut. And I was talking to Mike last week about how the overcut seems to work wonders in this game, and we see that here as Sarja picks up another 2-second time penalty.
I see. The undercut moves in this game, that it tends to be wonky here and there, but when you can perfectly execute it, it's the best feeling in the world.
And it will be the best feeling for YHYY. This battle for the win is really interesting because I honestly have no idea who will win this Grand Prix.
As I say, because everyone was their own different pit strategies, so it's not very predictable, which makes it very nice and quite interesting to see who will win it.
A lot of close battles on track. The most interesting one, I would say, is the one between Wave and Bag of Bones. Yeah.
They're trying desperately to get up to the second place.
So we have a former D3 driver and a current D3 driver fighting for second in Division 2.
I have to say, if he just keeps up with the pace, not concentrate too much on racing, he can. Oof. As I say, he can.
Smart to
definitely have good.
Not dive into the first corner. Ooh, that's really wide through there. He will lose some time. Not a lot though.
I was about to say though, if he doesn't really race that hard, he can keep up with a good pacing, and so he doesn't lose a lot of positions. Ooh.
Really, he really shouldn't do that anymore. Because Wave did break a little early. Fortunately, nothing happened between these two.
And he just, luckily just...
And
oh, Coco's out!
Retired. In Sector 3.
What has happened there?
Not sure what that was, actually. But another horrible week for Ferrari.
Oof.
Nothing
down outside of the points.
Nothing's happened. Nothing good has happened for
Caesar,
them
is
so far.
That like he just lost it in the gravel and lost his 2 positions? Did he just miss his braking zone?
I didn't see that. I was just looking at Bag of Bones.
Yeah, he's gonna head straight to the pits. He probably overcooked those tires.
Evolution and Campbell have their little battle going on side by side into turn 1 and turn 2.
And that's a free position for Old School.
Old School now into the points.
Yeah, he did inherit the points. Now, if Sensor can catch up, we can have an interesting battle for the bottom of the points.
He is really far away though. Even though there are 16 laps to go, that gap between him and Old School is a bit too much.
It does not look like he got a new wing, so there's a possibility for that.
Yeah, I guess everything is possible. We shouldn't rule that out, but going back to Wave and Bag of Bones. Again with the DRS, will Bag of Bones try to overtake Wave into the first corner? He will, side by side, and that's contact between the two of them.
not your very ideal location to make an aggressive pass.
It isn't,
But he does
but
have a better
he
exit.
does send a message to Wave, who will have to defend for his life, pretty much. Bag of Bones, ooh,
Oh,
hits the back of Wave Intel. Don't think,
he
I think he might have just
doesn't look
gotten away
like
with no damage.
he might have just minor damage, if anything, because I didn't see any carbon fall out.
Yeah,
But
nothing
that does
flew
give
off the Force India.
Jay Cool an opportunity, which he will happily take in. Goes right in the inside.
J.
And
Cole,
Bag of Bones has to back off from that.
and this is not looking good for Wave either, as J. Cole will have, I think he will
To
have
say,
DRS.
he had a hard time holding off Bag of Bones with those medium tires. Only,
Wave falls
or
into the pits.
actually, he'll just go straight to the pit.
Bag of Bones
Probably
is
switch
still
to
out.
soft compounds.
Yeah, that's the reasonable thing to do. Tigaby was into the pits as well. And J. Cole is now leading the Spanish Grand Prix. He will have to stop again.
So Bag of Bones will have to pit here very soon because those medium compounds already have been disintegrated with those aggressive driving.
He doesn't seem to be bothered by the mediums so far. He's been driving really well. No real mistake except for the few minor contacts
Ooh, damn,
with
a
Wave Intel.
Another 3 second. I wonder if there's anyone. Oh! I think that was Sterling hitting hard on the wall.
Where was that?
That was in the second DRS zone. He just lost it, hit hard on the wall, just managed to walk away from that.
Sterling is not looking well at the moment. His car is sliding around everywhere. And he does come to the pit lane to change that front wing.
Look,
J. Cole is into the pits
he
as well.
has some major damage.
So Sterling's chances have basically turned to dust.
Actually, wait, I don't think. Doesn't really look like he had front wing damage from that, so he's just gonna go ahead and just leave out the pits without changing wing.
J. Cole comes out in 8th place. Let's see where he. J. Cole's on the mediums.
Wow.
I don't think that was on purpose.
He might have forgotten to tell his engineer to switch tires,
I think you
or it might
are
have
right,
been on purpose.
because that just doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it does not.
I think the soft would have worked.
Or if it was on purpose, then he probably knows something that we don't.
He could just be playing it safe.
Ooh. But Juan
For all we
Vigel
know.
is just spun after contact with Bag of Bones. Heavy front wing damage.
I keep missing all the action.
Somehow I managed to find them.
Wave does get a 5-second stop go penalty
Oh,
for that. That's where Mali got his 10-second penalty as well. Wave into the pit
something
lane,
you do
and
not
will
wanna
he?
see.
Yes, he does
And he will
retire.
retire. Let's
Sterling
give
is
Sterling
now.
a chance to be in the points.
Well, everyone is in the points, so
Oh.
there you go. I guess this is
Well, that gives them a better
Good.
opportunity then.
yeah. He will have a real advantage.
He does have fresher tires than anyone.
And when the soft tire is not, it takes a couple of laps to warm up, so Caesar still has some time to go.
Yeah, yeah, through sectors 1 and 2, it's very easy to lose the back end with those soft tires if not properly warmed up.
Evolution has entered the pit lane.
Probably gonna switch to mediums or another set of softs.
Here we go, Bag of Bones with the DRS. Goes past Old School, an easy move on the main straight.
Yeah, well done from him.
That just goes to show how close the two divisions are.
Oh, yeah. I'd say if anything, probably Division 2 will take a look into him for season. I can just see some bright future for him.
Yeah, he might be here next season. We'll never know. I mean, I guess we'll know, but not now. Caesar gets a time penalty, but he doesn't really have anything to lose so far.
I'd say he might have gotten it from Sterling passing him, so Sterling might have a really good chance sticking with that position if he gets in because of that 6-second time penalty.
Tiggerby with the fastest lap, 119.7. We unfortunately don't have points for fastest lap, but it's always something that I like to just look at. It's interesting.
It would be quite interesting if in championships for F1 2019 they will put points for anyone who can set the fastest time.
I think that will happen.
Interesting to see.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Nothing really going on, just J. Cole and Sarja will have their battle. J. Cole will get a lot closer to the Williams driver with on this DRS zone. Braking a lot
gaps
later.
Are starting to form.
Ooh, and Sarja has a really bad entry into that corner, and now J. Cole will definitely get in front of the Williams driver on this main straight. DRS open, and J. Cole will just fly past Sarja and into 6th place. Bag of Bones as well.
Can he make a double overtake?
He's
gonna. That was
doesn't go for it.
Best idea.
Yes, it was. It was a sensible decision, but he basically came out of nowhere.
Definitely, and certainly with another 3-second penalty. And not really going his way today.
So Sterling is probably gonna lose that 11th place as well due to his penalties.
Keeping up a decent pace behind him.
Bag of Bones is just thirsty for points.
Oh yeah,
really late on the brakes, almost hits the back of J. Cole as he did hit Wave before.
I think he's just been wanting to have a dance partner all day.
Yeah. Let's see what Bag of Bones can do.
Looks like J. Cole had a better exit on that turn, but
will that matter because the DRS is strong. J. Cole covers the inside.
J. Cole defending in the inside.
Again, side by side into turn 1. And Bag of Bones is in front.
He will take that position with no contact. And Sterling out of the race. What happened?
I think he might have just retired on purpose. Not sure.
Yeah, he might have been fed up, or he probably just lost it.
Either way, Caesar is now up into 11th. We have yellows in sector 1.
Sector 1.
Not sure what that was. Back
Probably
to J. Cole and
sister
Bag of
or-
Bones. J. Cole on the inside.
Right in the inside. And Bag of Bones is going to respect him enough to let him pass.
Well, there's nothing much else he could have done that wouldn't have impacted both of their races.
And this is the one thing I like about Bag of Bones. Yes, he can be a very aggressive driver, but he likes to be a very clean driver, like at the same time.
He is clean and he is smart because he knows that he will have DRS again. J. Cole does not move on the inside this time, and it will be easier for Bag of Bones. So, ooh, J. Cole gets his time
with a
second, gets the time penalty. Cut the first corner.
That is something
That's
you don't want to
unfortunate for
see,
him. He definitely.
especially with this kind of close
isn't.
battle.
I think Bag of Bones will just probably pull away from the McLaren driver. We have some sort of battle going on into the top 3. Campbell is just closing in on Tigabee. Evolution gets a penalty as well. So that might be good for Caesar. Campbell, DRS open. Gets closer and closer to that second place.
So,
Bit of a better exit from Tigabee.
I say the best course of action is just to keep his head down for right now, and wait to see if he can lower his ERS deployment. While Old School is going to try to make a move on Serga, which he will take that position with flying colors.
The DRS just is magic, especially here at Catalonia.
Spain.
Well then,
So,
Campbell. I think he might have made a mistake. Not sure. He lost some time, so Tigabee. As Evolution will give Sarja something to fight for.
yeah.
Sarja will have the inside into this corner,
He will
but
still have the DRS.
ooh, and Caesar moves in front of his teammate as well. It looked like Sarja just let him through. So we have some team orders going on here at Spain.
Doesn't really. Oh, he's got a puncture. Serga got a puncture.
Ooh,
He's heading
yeah.
to the pits.
I'm just seeing that now.
You do not see that every day.
I mean, to be
think
fair,
that's the-
those were 21 lap old soft tires, so it's not impossible
will
to see
switch-
that. He,
He will switch the super softs.
and Caesar has spun. Caesar has spun on the outside of turn 2.
And that will give some evolution, some room to breathe for the time being.
And I think Evolution, we're safe to say that he will have 9th place in this race. I don't think Caesar will get back. He has the older
think
tires, and you can see that he is struggling with them. Sarja, however, will attempt to get the fastest lap.
He's only 11 seconds behind with only 4 laps left, so I do not in all,
As you
still
say
a
that,
second time penalty.
yeah, that tends to happen with
Well,
commentators.
well, they do have an even fight now because they both have a 3-second time penalty. So if
I
he
think
can manage to close the gap,
Saja has a lot more than 3 seconds. If you could check that, I think he's got
um,
at least 6 for sure.
I could be wrong. Let me take a look real quick. See Caesar with the yep, with the 3-second. Oh, Caesar's got a 6-second time penalty.
So I think Saja has, I would say 9.
Sargo has like, 3 seconds. Oops, he's got 6. No, you're right. That's a 9-second time penalty.
So there you go.
And Taiga going around trying to make a move for first place.
He
And
does.
he
He pulls it off. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just looking at Campbell, who gets a time penalty. But Tigby,
you think he'd call him napping or just had the better pacing?
I think YHYY must have done something wrong, because the gap wasn't that small.
It was a 2-second. It was a 2 seconds gap, but now he made a very beautiful move with the DRS.
Wow.
This
That
will
was
give-
unexpected, as Sarja does get the fastest lap. As expected, 1:18.9 will be the fastest lap this Grand Prix.
Unfortunately, we don't have that fastest lap point system in yet.
It's just one way of making yourself feel better. At least that's what I did
That's
when
good, and-
my race went badly. That's what I was going
And
for.
why, with a horrible exit from that, loses a little bit of time from Tegabe, or Tegabe. I'm pronouncing his names horribly.
Yeah, that's what I used to do as well. And that's what I still do with some of the names. Tin Can, another
with
penalty.
Another 3-second time penalty.
Car Cannon has just noticed in the chat that this is the day of the Romanian DNFs. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I mean, for me, it's basically the second week of DNFs in a row. I'm not gonna get into that because it's just gonna make people watching it's just gonna be sad. They're gonna feel pity
Yeah,
towards me.
spread a little controversies.
But regardless, Saja, another 3-second time penalty. I think he'll win at that contest as well, since Sterling is out of the race. It's weird to see
Why
Saja,
trying
having won a Grand Prix, is now struggling back in 11th, but that seems to be what Saja does. From what I've understood, Saja doesn't practice, and this is the result, so yeah.
Or it could be that, or it could be that some racetracks are not very kind to certain drivers, or certain drivers are not very good with certain tracks.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, Saja's a quick driver, and I don't think he necessarily has his favorite tracks. I think if he practices, he'll be good at all of them.
Because the lack of practicing, you could really suffer hard from it.
Yeah, I know that very well. I'm the type of person that doesn't really practice a lot either, so.
To be fair, I'm not really much of a practicer myself either, but But I do try my best.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Just try your best, have fun. This is what
Uh,
league racing is for, pretty much.
Segebe will start off with the final lap here. Doesn't look like Y will catch up to him on time unless there was a miracle that happened for him.
We'll see. If Tigaby makes a mistake, then YHYY will have to take advantage of that. If nothing happens, Tigaby on the soft tires will win the Spanish Grand Prix. And I think YHYY does have a 3-second time penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think Y does have a 3 second penalty, but I don't know about
So,
Tiger
so Tigaby, I don't think he has any penalty. So if he just finishes this race, he will win. And as we are approaching the end, we are in sector 3,
Just the main goal is just surviving.
which won't be that hard for him to do. Just
Yeah, as you're coming around the last few corners here.
out of the chicane into the last corner. YHYY will have DRS, but that doesn't matter. Tigaby is
Tiger
the
will
winner
win the
of the
Spanish
Spanish Grand
Grand Prix. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
But I think it's good that we both said it at the same time.
It's a little in sequence.
Yeah.
And Bag of Bones will finish off an impressive P6.
Jaco P7.
No. I thought he would. I thought he moved up a position, but that was just
Oh,
rendering in the positions.
yeah, it's P6 for him.
And Old School will take P8 from Evolutions for the time penalties.
Sarja gets another penalty for. Oh, Sarja, yeah, he's doing the classic donuts. Yeah, that's
I mean,
what
hey,
we.
he's celebrating. He has points.
And he has the fastest lap, so. Come on, hit the wall now. Okay, he didn't.
I think how Daniel Ricciardo has said, I believe that deserves a drink.
Yeah, that does. Sarja will probably have one. So congratulations to Tigaby for winning the Spanish Grand Prix. Congratulations as well to YHYY and Campbell, our other podium finishers. Tigaby with no penalties either, so perfect drive. I would say Tigaby is the only contestant for driver of the day.
Yeah.
Just started
Yeah.
in 7th, won the race, no penalties, just perfect drive from him.
And right behind him, I feel like the second person who could be contending could be Bag of Bones because he was starting at the very back of the grid, but he managed to keep his head down for the entire race and managed to finish at an impressive P6. But I do believe that Togepi does deserve driver of the day.
Bag of Bones does deserve a shout out from us. He he's had a really good race. Started in 14th, finished 6th. That's really good points. Finished in front of Old School. So I'm not gonna say anything, but
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
probably gonna just tip his hat off to him, and
he
and
will
plus
have to.
everyone from, and plus with everyone in D3, I think everyone's gonna be happy to hear with his finish.
Yeah, all of Division 3 will have to congratulate Bag of Bones. Let's just check the final messages in the chat and then we'll go off. So Car Cannon just told me that I am the second Force India driver now. Yes, I am aware of that. I think I'll become first driver after Monaco. No, I'm not gonna say anything else. And Ibo wants to get a guest star in D2 next week at Monaco.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably make that happen, Ibo. You're just gonna have to talk to the organizers. But yeah.
Hopefully we can join back on next week at Monaco.
Well, if you wanna join me in commentating, then that would be awesome. But yeah, this has been round 5 of the season of the first season of League of Europe Division 2. Tiga be, of course, the winner today in Spain. We'll see you next week at Monaco. Hopefully, we'll have a big turnout because we know that Monaco seems to make people want to go on vacation a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we'll have vacation after that.
well, I mean, we deserve it after Monaco.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong, I love Monaco. It's my favorite track, but it is really stressful. And if I manage to finish the race, then I will need some sort of holiday. Um,
Yeah, and of course the turn one will definitely see a lot of casualties.
Hopefully not.
Not
Last season was really tame, um, and I hope that will be the case again um, this season.
we will. We will only have to wait and see. Hopefully.
Yeah, we have to hope exactly. But yeah, this has been your hosts, Ghost Recon, and myself, Robert. So again, was a really good race. I enjoyed commentating with you, and yeah, goodbye everyone.
And
Have a
goodbye.
good night.